Hey guys, Tim here at Big Dog Forge. How you doing? I hope everything's going really well. This should be coming out Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there, and hope you're the best. So we're gonna take a little time, look at a couple of photos. We got some mail to open this time around, and I wanted to thank everybody for all the comments, suggestions. I've got enough content that'll last me for the next year, but keep them coming. Keep the suggestions coming. I wanted to thank everybody who has ordered tongs lately. I've been shipping out tongs like crazy, left and right. Seems like everybody in the world needs a set or three, which is awesome. Keep it coming. If you need tongs, let me know. And if you want to build your own tongs, and you can't quite get the blanks right or whatever, I got these guys. I got a bunch of these guys. I make blanks constantly. I keep a huge stock around. And if you want, you can get them a little cheaper. They go for about $7 a piece. You can punch them and you can rivet them yourself. And there you go. You have a pair of tongs. And if you want, I'll put the V-jaw in them or whatever. You can hammer out whatever kind of jaw you want on them, whatnot. So you get them a little cheaper that way if you want to assemble them yourself. All right, and I'll do a video on, assembly, the do's and don'ts, and how to do it. All right, so let's jump into this. Like I said, I got a couple of photos to show you. We got lots of mail to open. We got lots of mail this time around. Take a look at this, guys. We'll see you in a couple minutes. Thanks, bye. All right, guys, so I wanted to show you this. This was built by Steve Oginski. He's a friend of mine, another YouTuber out of Canada, and he built this out of a fan, a garbage bag, some electrical tape, a pipe, and some bricks. He calls it a redneck forge. And he hammered out this knife, and it was out of a railroad spike, and he filed it all by hand. He did all the work by hand. He said it was a little bit of work, but he kind of liked the low-tech approach that he took here. Let's take another look at this forge. This is something that's really interesting to me because I get asked all the time, does it cost much to get started in blacksmithing? And if you take a good look at this photo, the answer is no. Anybody can do it with just about anything. So there you go. Yay, it's mail time. This one here from, especially abrasives. I know what this one is. Nice. Yeah, it's open. Yay! Big time, show me what I do. Okay. 45 ceramic belts and 800 gray polishing belts. Ooh, nice, excellent. Now we do something about Damascus again. This one is from Rich Garrett. They corrected that post office box on that one. Ooh, something in there. We got nothing in now. What could it be? Ooh. Knife scales. Look at that. KS236. Knife scales. That's cool. Okay, let's see what Philip Taylor sent me these. Philip Taylor. Big Dog Forge. Wow. Very cool. Thanks, Philip. Awesome knife scales from Philip Taylor. Let's do something cool with those. That is really cool wood. I don't know what it is. Thanks, Philip. You're the bestest, man. Like my bestest ever subscriber. Where's it from? It's from, ooh, the Amazons. The Amazons. A gift for me. A gift. For Big Dog Forge. For Big Dog. For Big Dog. No labels, no bones. Yum. Big Dog likes this kind a lot. That's so cool. And I think that is from, that's from Philip Taylor as well. Thanks, Philip. Wow. Thanks, man. So cool, guys. You want that? You want it? Nice. There you go. Cool. Very, very cool. Chaffee wood. I think that's Chaffee wood. Big Dog wood. Very cool. Makes noise. See what's in there. Try this. For weeks and weeks and weeks of trying to get in there. Wow, what's this? Half-inch thick buckeye. Ooh, I think it's more knife scales. I want to hurt the knife scales. Holy moly. Many thanks. Hi, Big Dog. Wow, look at all this.
Zero weighted. Okay. That's good. Set with roll. Wow. Green round up. Really rose with 3 Wow. That is so cool. So smooth. So smooth. That's more the same. 5 to 6. Yeah. I do. Go up. And I do so far. It's really cool. Okay. Sort of sheen to it. Awesome. Wow. You can't see the written on that. No, wait. Easy. I'll get my better glasses out. Go look. Wait. After that. You're going to take this. Wow. Wow. Go backward. Look, here. Backward. 3 That is cool. Oh, moly. So much. Hi, big dog. Hi, big dog. Phil, I want to thank you for all that you have done. With a simple pack of all exotic wood pieces. Hope you can use them for your projects. Thank you very much from Phil. P.S. My name is Jeffy. I have 2 eBay stores, Roundwood and Wood Baby Wood, and I sell knife scales. Please visit the store when you have time. Do all the knife scales myself. Keep up the good work, and many thanks. Jeffy Wood. Wow. eBay stores. So you can see it right there. If you go closer, you can see it. That's Chappie Wood. So if you need knife scales, eBay store. There you go. Wow. Very, very cool. Okay. This one is Big Dog Forge, no return address. It's a P.O. box. It's a big one. Alright. So we'll put that in over there. Open up. Hello. Little tabbies in there right there. Gotta pry them up. There. And the end comes loose. Ooh, maybe. I'm lucky. I think there's still some tape on it. Oh, cool. Foam. That's some good foam right there. Gotta keep that. Do something with it. Oh. Okay. The letter. Dear Tim, Big Dog Forge. Hope this package finds you well and in good spirits. I've enclosed a variety of steels for you to work your magic upon. Thank you for your videos. If you can manage a billet from this, may I ask a piece of it sent back? Enclosed, please find an old Belgian-made gun barrel. Not sure if, over, it's pattern welded. Thanks again. Oh, okay. Be well, be safe, hammer on. P.S. Make sure barrels are empty. Seriously. Okay. Grayson. Okay. Very good. Awesome. Cool. Let's see what's in here. I'm excited. Oh. I'm excited. Those are blades. Like a planer head or something. That should be D2 steel. Right after D2. Another type of blade. Ooh. Like green or something bits. Masonry bit. We do something. That's cool. What have we got? Wow, must cost you a fortune to send this thing. Holy moly. Alamitos. You all sorts of fun stuff with those. Drill bit. It's like a tap or ring. That's a ring tool. Used to be was. So it's like another ring tool. And some drill bit pieces. Very cool. Oh. And BL602. No, that's a cutting tool for a blade. That's a pretty good shape. I'm going to use that. And another rubber tap. Alright, see what else is in here. This is like a lot of wood. We got a shaft. Some sort. Ooh, and a reading on a little bit. That's cool. This is, it says RN5256, RW5250, or RN5256, something like that. Wow, very cool. So much metal. So much metal. Oh. No, paint marker. I need one of those. Thank you so much. It's stuck. It's stuck in here. It's stuck. Hey. Oh. Check this out. Oh, might have to go the other end. I don't know. What else is in there? That's for a minute. Because this is too cool. It's a double barrel shotgun barrel. It's cool. That is very, very cool. Freaking awesome. Got some numbers on it. I'll have to clean it up later and figure out what it used to was. Very, very cool. Awesome. It's like being so nice to me, sending me stuff like this. I think this is wrought iron pipe. Let's get it out of there and find out what it is. This is one huge care package. This is cool. Probably stuff to play with for a couple months. There we go. It definitely looks like it could be wrought iron. I'll have to clean the rust off a little bit. Take a look at it. The way it's torn right there, it looks like. So it's probably wrought iron. I would definitely do something with that. That's really cool. That is really cool. Do some experiments on it to see what it can look like. Very, very cool. Awesome. And get that for everything. That is so freaking cool. Grayson? Awesome. Thank you so much. That is like one of the freaking coolest things ever. Love it. We got a collection of letters going. I'm going to find a wall so I can put these on and stick them up there. Thank you, Bill. Very, very cool. For the knife scales. Oh my god. This is going to be so cool. I'll be able to create some things that are not as good as other knife makers, but really cool. Philip, Taylor? Yeah, that's so cool. Very, very cool. Very, very cool.
Very cool. Thank you, Philip Taylor. I might eat one of these myself and give the other one to Big Dog. Knife scale, so very cool. Thanks, guys. I can't say thanks enough. So cool. Love getting mail. Thanks again. Alright, guys, here we go. So this is an end section off of the motorcycle chain Damascus that we made last time around. And this is the end that the handle was welded to. And the red line there represents the last couple of inches that were not in the forge on the last part of the welds. It ended up being about 16 inches long, and the forge is just under 14 inches. So we're going to turn that into a tang. And what I'm doing there is I've marked out those lines so that I can cut those sections out, those little wedges, and get a handle welded on the nose into this thing. There we go. Alright. So we got it over the bandsaw and we cut those wedges out. Now we're going to draw that thing out into the press for a tang. We're going to make a little hidden tang knife out of this thing. Kind of an odd handle on it. I'm going to give it to the wife for Mother's Day. Would be the bestest ever thing she ever got from me. Yeah, probably not. So this makes pretty quick work of it. We've got a 1/2 inch piece of round there as a little kiss block. And then for the thickness, I've got a little 3/8 square. I'll get another power hammer to kind of clean it up. Now I expect to have maybe some a little bit of delamination, or I don't know, maybe some cracks or something in this particular end of this. It was the end that didn't get welded up as much as the rest of it, and it was pressed a little bit cold in the end, that kind of thing. So we're going to hammer the tang out of it. So if there's any, fissures, cracks, breaks, openings of any kind, voids, they should end up in that tang. And on the forward side of that little red line, everything looked really, really good. It was all forge welded through the entire process. Alright, so we're just going to hammer out a little tip on this thing. And I left all the heats in here. You see how many heats I went through. I keep this stuff hot. I don't let it get too cold, down to about a red. And get it back in the forge. And we're just going to knock this thing down into a point. And then we'll, on the edge that we forge welded the higher carbon steel on, we'll hammer that around to create a tip once we get it to that point. It took quite a few heats here to do this. Like I said, I didn't want it to get too cold and take any chance of delaminating anything. So I like working Damascus a little hotter than I would normally. I don't work it down into a black heat at all. I like to keep it at least cherry red if I can. You know how that goes. Sometimes you just get anxious and you want to keep working on it. You take your time, back to the forge, let it heat up again. Metal moves a lot easier. That's the thing about Damascus. It's forge welded together. Those forge welds should be good, but if you got one that's just on the edge, if you're working too cold, you can delaminate it pretty easily. Alright, get our tip on there. And I'm going to stretch that higher carbon steel out a little bit. I'm not really forging bevels on this thing, but I want to just stretch it out away from the knife a little bit. And we're going to grind most of this into shape later. So we're going to keep most of the thickness. Just wanted to draw that out a little bit so I had a little more sticking out so I don't grind it all the way up into the pattern. Okay, I think you've fidgeted enough with this. We'll let her cool off, and then we'll get her over to the grinder. Let's see if we can knock some of this scale off. One of the things I kind of learned early was that scale will eat up belts on your belt grinder really quick. You take it off with a disc, and you save a whole bunch of belt. There we go. Scale off there. And this is the very reason that I'm going to build myself a surface grinder. Because I don't mind making knives so much. It's when you have to try to grind the body of the knife as flat as you can. Sometimes it just takes forever. A little surface grinder would knock a whole bunch of that work out. So I decided I was going to grind this thing by hand, since it's just a test knife to see if there's any voids in this material. And we're going to put a little clip point on there. And actually, when I bent that knife around, when I forged it around, the reason I'm putting this little clip point on it is because I didn't bring the higher carbon steel all the way around to the tip. And I'm going to grind down to it a little bit. Because right at the tip of this thing there was just pattern welded steel, and I wanted that higher carbon steel to wrap all the way up and around the tip. So this is my solution. And I think it looks a little more interesting anyway. Although I discovered it wasn't the easiest thing in the world to grind. There we go. Now we got a couple of points there where, I missed. My bad. Alright, we're going to get this thing into a heat treat, so we're warming up our oil with a hot rod there. In and out of the forge. Make sure we don't overheat it. Get it up to critical. And I finally got myself some peanut oil here, actually. And a can to put it in. This stuff works really well. Doesn't smoke as much. Doesn't flame up as bad. Certainly doesn't smell as bad as motor oil. Alright, so now we got all that scale on there. And we got to go back to the grinder and get rid of some of those heavy grind marks. There we go. We didn't show much grinding this time. Boring. Now we got some acetone on that rag. I'm going to clean this thing off and get it into an etch real quick. And we'll let it hang in there for 30 minutes. I'm going to rinse this thing off and see what it looks like. And it came out looking pretty good. Doesn't seem to have any voids or cracks. A couple of spots in the handle that are a little iffy, but we'll have to check that out as we go. But spine looks good. Tang looks good. Alright. I really like that pattern. That's cool looking. Alright. Moving right along. Let's get a handle put on this thing. Alright. So this is our cactus juice. It's an acrylic. You heat it up to 250 degrees for 10 minutes and it hardens into a hard plastic acrylic. This is going to be our handle for that knife. Like I said, it's just going to be sort of a camping utility type knife. Give it to the wife, she can use it when we go camping. So we just let that soak. We didn't use a vacuum this time because that bone is so porous. You just picked all that stuff up. And while that's in the oven baking, we're going to make ourselves a little guard here. So we marked it out. 1/2 inch by 5/30 seconds, I believe was the dimension. And we went after it with this drill bit. Got ourselves a nice little oval hole. Use a drill bit to do pretty much all that and just sort of machine that out of there. And then went after it with a little file, make it square, take it out to the lines that I had scribed on it. And it took a little while. Those little files are pretty fine. But that bronze moves pretty quickly. And we got our fit. There we go. And we're going to cut that thing out and make it a little that shape. There we go. I'm using a heavy grinding belt here, like a 36 grit. Hog that stuff off there real quick. Didn't take long at all, just really a few minutes. And we had the basic shape. And they were moving pretty quickly in this video, but we had a lot of mail to open, so we're going to keep it a little shorter. And we're going to fit our handle on there, and our guard. And we'll knock that guard down a little bit in size once we get it all assembled as well. Clean it all up. Alright, so we took it over the grinder and we put some little notches in the handle so that it would hold on to the epoxy a little better. Some rough sandpaper on it. I'm going to mix up some epoxy here and get it all over that tang. And we'll just get sloppy as heck with it. Just get it all over the place. Yes, slob. What's wrong with you? That's okay. We have lots of acetone. And we'll take the rest of that and we'll get it up inside that bone, and we're just going to pack that thing full of that. So any of the pores that are left open anywhere in that bone will just fill up with that epoxy. Strengthen it. I don't even know what kind of bone that is. I think I found it in the backyard. I was digging a hole. I think it might be somebody's Thanksgiving turkey leg bone or something, I'm not sure. There we go. That's how she came out. Well, there you go, guys. Another one down. It was kind of quick. All right. So what do you think of that? Anyway, so here we go. Kind of cool, kind of cool. Kind of a strange little handle, but I like making weird handles because they're fun. A little out of the ordinary. And blade came out pretty well. I got the old fitment pretty good there between the blade and the guard. Pretty much. Yeah, it's not perfect. But you know what? Novice. It's a good thing about being a novice. You can blame it on that all the time. Anyway, so she sharpened up really nicely. Anyway, so enough killing paper. I wanted to say thanks to a couple of folks. Let me put my spectacles on here so I can see who I'm thanking. George Landrum, John Ryan, I think it's Jonathan Nagel, and Philip Taylor. All have made donations lately. I really appreciate it. It gives me the opportunity to keep doing this more often, a little easier. And I can't say thanks enough. Really appreciate the donations. You guys rock. And for all of you that have ordered tongs, production is going almost constantly. Every minute that I'm not at my regular real job, I'm been knocking out tongs. So if you're waiting for them, they're typically about 2 weeks after your order date, but I'm trying to get most of them knocked out a little quicker than that. So hang in there, you'll see them soon. 5K giveaway. You caught me eating Whoppers. Sorry about that. Anyway, so Whopper. So 5K giveaway. We're going to do something a little bit different this time. We're going to give a set of tongs away, but it's going to be viewer choice. So whatever kind of pair of tongs that you want, once the giveaway is over, if you're the winner, you can tell me what kind of tongs you want. And you know, whether it's bolt tongs or railroad spike tongs or flat nib tongs, whatever you need. And we'll build them and we'll get them out to you. So that's going to start actually right now. So when you're watching this video, if you want to join in the 5K giveaway, put in the comments, I want Big Dog Tongs, and you'll be entered. So what we'll do is once all those entries are in, I'll gather those names. I will assign a number to each name. And then we'll do a random generator on Google again, and then we'll find out who the winner is. So if you want to be part of that, in the comments, put I want Big Dog Tongs. Okay, one more piece of business, and then we're going to move on and enjoy Mother's Day. Okay, so one of my subscribers noticed I was using Brake Clean to clean the motorcycle chain Damascus up with, and he said, would you mention, and I'm going to mention, that you want to use non-chlorinated brake part cleaner. That stuff gets in the forge, turns into chlorine gas, it's deadly. It will hurt you badly. So be safe. If you're going to use Brake Clean, use non-chlorinated. Alright? Thanks. So anyway guys, I think that's just about it for this time around. If there's anything I missed, ask me in the comments. I'll get back to you. Comments are getting a little bit long these days, and a lot more subscribers. So, but I do get back to everybody. I try to at least. And if I've missed something, you know, post your comment again on the next video. I'll get around to you. And thanks guys. I appreciate you stopping by Big Dog Forge. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks guys. Take care. Bye-bye. Be safe.